So it is heading for 12 a.m. on December 17th, 2021. Going to be December 18th, 2021 in about 28 minutes or so. It's a little bit past 11:35. Excuse me, I got burp. So the reason why I'm recording is because this is the first time I'm going to try incorporating the Martinellis in with the remainder of Womp 6 booster here. Oh man, got burp sometimes. So let's open this up. 1 second. Here you go. It's going to be quite interesting. It's taking a bit of a chance by pouring the whole thing in there, but it should be okay. It'll probably taste like kind of like one of those blood oranges, you know. It's going to be quite interesting. Should have put more forethought into it. Maybe muddy, you know, where not necessarily, it wouldn't taste like mud, but it'd be like mixed, like a color palette that was like, you know, where the colors wouldn't mix well. Anyways, here we go. December 17th, 2021, going to be December 18th in 26 minutes or so. Reduces the carbonation, and the Martinelli's makes it go down smoother. It's nice. There's the apple grape variety. That's good. Works well. Whatever. Anyways. So Miss Unicorn Girl's gonna have to try out the exercise equipment soon. When the time becomes available. It's split at 50-50, the ownership of Frugal with her. Well, actually 100%. We'd share it 100%. Each 100%. So that's the way I would, because I already screened her for 7 years while growing up. And it's like, you know, the way technology changes, eventually I'm going to have to, you know, in the next several years or so, it could be longer from now, where I would have to make a new adaptation to the current version. Hopefully not. I may not have to do that, because it runs on like legacy hardware as far back as like the older Blackberries. So there's plenty of technology it can already run on. Eventually, you know, the browsers update and stuff like that. Not on those hardware devices. They've probably been finished for a long time updating them. They probably, you know, discontinued the updates. But what was it? Oh, yeah. Just newer operating systems, newer browser versions, things like that. But okay, here you go again. Um, jQuery came out in 2006, I believe. PHP has been around since, I believe, 1995. JavaScript has been around for the same length as, let's say, PHP, preprocessor, hypertext preprocessor. I think that's what it represents, but yeah. So it would be the JavaScript, jQuery, but jQuery has been around since 2006, so that's a long time. It's 2021, it's 2006. So it would be 12 years plus 13 years. It's been around for 13 years or so, jQuery. So, and that basically means that, it's been around long enough where it probably had a number of revisions where, it's like good enough for what it can do. So even the newer browsers would probably, for a long time from today, for a good amount of time of the future, my code should still execute on newer operating systems and browsers. Because jQuery has been around for now 13 years. What else was it? HTML5. That doesn't. I used like older tags and things like that, older versions of where HTML has existed for pretty much the same length of time, I believe, as like JavaScript. Well, JavaScript has been around for not as long as HTML, for instance. HTML came out before JavaScript, I believe, but it was, within, let's say, a few years. It's like early 90s HTML first made an appearance, and then JavaScript was like its scripting language to add function to the pages, make them interactive and things like that. That's more advanced. So it probably came out a few years after HTML made its debut. So yeah, if obviously if Unicorn Girl was living with me, we would have like the whole like I created Frugal, so I would be like, as if let's say the husband owns the house, if he owns the property, and the girl's living there, she can like freely use whatever. Obviously, the wife. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how I perceive it with Frugal. Where it's like, at first, eventually she may want to be the co founder. It all depends. But and she knows, and I'm sure she's notified those within close proximity who knows her, possibly to keep things a bit on a down low. I got some dryness. I mean, it's okay, but just don't reveal completely, because you don't want someone to get upset, who So let's say some other guy she's with or something, she eventually wants to leave him, but she doesn't want to identify that she's the one that would be, the one that would actually be with me, because she may not want to hurt that guy, where it's like, that a breakup can be bad if there's a challenge like that, you know what I'm saying? Where, see what I'm saying? I just, who knows? I can't predict the future myself, but it's just better off to play it, a bit more safe like that. Whereas, I knew when I was younger, I knew I had work. I had to work on myself a lot more before I was able to actually try to feel a bit more confident. So, yeah, 11 minutes, 11 seconds had just passed on Kindle recording here. And I may do another recording in a little bit, but it has to be under 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes each time because of the upload limit. So just think about the exercise equipment. Yeah, the exercise equipment. But, you know what I'm saying?